This movie is technically a prequel, so it's alright that I watched this before watching the first. I'm in Salad and I saw Malevolence 2, Bereavement. It is directed and written by Sean Connery, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. If you'd like to request a movie review, since this was a movie review, go to patreon.com/ASEPresents. On with the review. This movie starts, we're following a neighborhood and people are disappearing, and there's this butcher shop that's closed and it looks weird and it's kind of hoary. Personally, if I saw the butcher shop, I'd be like, there's something bad happening in there. Nothing good could ever happen in there. So I have a lot of questions. First of all, how long has this butcher shop been out of business? Because there's dialogue within the movie saying that the butcher shop has been out of business for a while now. And so second question, why has the government not come in yet? Because I don't know how the government runs, maybe? Because I feel like if it's been out of business for a while, that at some point, someone would be like, that violates code. These two fundamental questions is what is going through my brain the entire time I'm watching this movie. If the people who are supposed to be looking at the buildings, once they go past code, I feel like they should have come here, or else this entire movie would have not happened. So we got people getting yoinked, they're getting kidnapped, and it's kind of scary. I feel like it could have been scarier if the movie dwelled on it, because this movie could have been done better. But this movie splits attention between whatever the heck is happening in the butcher, and then whatever the heck is happening with this chick. And normally I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. It's A plot, B plot. You got this butcher that's going to be happening later on. Obviously interact with the first plot, but it doesn't really interact with each other until the very, very end. And I feel like it's just too slow for my liking. When the action comes in the third act, it feels kind of forced and happens suddenly. And action does happen suddenly, but it happens where I'm like, I'm not exactly expecting it. Of course, they go into the butcher house. Got this chick who's like, I don't want to be at the dinner table. No way, I don't like being at a dinner table. And then she's like walking around, she gets rides from this guy. This guy is like, let me take you on a ride, yeah, I have a cool car. And then he drops her off at her father's house, and her father doesn't really like the dude because he has a cool varsity jacket, and the father is jealous, of course. And this kid seems to be a dead end. He doesn't even get lured to the butcher, he just kind of goes. It's not really a big deal that he's gone, he just kind of leaves, and it's like, okay, I guess he's gone, I guess. Wow, so cool. And then it's revealed later, oh, he's actually killed. I'm like, oh, so that's where he went. It wasn't this whole, oh my goodness, where is he? We gotta find out where the heck he is. No, I feel like this movie isn't focused on the right things. It feels a little scattershot. This movie could have been a little bit better. When the guy left, made a whole big deal about it. Well, where'd this guy go? Where is he? And then you gotta fight with the father, and the father is like, I don't want him at all near you. Get out of my house. And then she leaves, and then she's alone in the dark, and she gets kidnapped, and then she is able to find out that actually this guy got, he's dead, and you only know this because you got kidnapped, and he's there with you, or like he's in the process of being murdered. This movie, it doesn't build the emotions in the way that I described it to you. It's not very linear. And I guess because of the non-linear way it is, I mean, when I say linear, obviously it goes from point A to point B, but there's some jumps between plot A and plot B that is kind of confusing. And I guess that's what I mean when I say it's not linear. So linear, it's I don't know, I just wish it was edited better. I feel like more time needed to be spent on one concept. It really splits up the attention between the two concepts. Well, anyway, we find out who the killer is. Oh my goodness, it's a killer and they got this kid. Oh my goodness. Hopefully the kid can escape, and then everybody goes down to the butcher's place, and guess what? The kid is actually the ultimate killer the entire time, and he just murders everyone. Okay, so this is what the first movie is about. It's about this kid. Alright, this is a setup for this movie. I understand that. But as somebody who's just watching it, you know, just because to watch it, it's a prequel. Am I interested in the series after watching this movie? Not really. It seems that the series, based on this movie alone, is going to be kind of scattershot and also very gory, needlessly gory, and sometimes the situations don't necessarily make sense as to why they're there, or maybe a lot of leap of logic stuff happens. Maybe, that's what I'm guessing. But let me know what you think of the first movie and this movie in the comments below. It's a horror movie. Was I scared? Not really. I don't know, I just wasn't. So, I gotta give this movie. It's a solid... Oh gosh. The acting wasn't noticeable. Nobody was doing a bad job or a good job. It was a mid job. This movie is really mid. And it doesn't have much focus. Not enough focus in this movie. Focus on the movie. Focus. Find something to focus on in this movie. One thing. You only need to focus on one thing. One emotional beat within a character. You don't need to focus on the other people in the freaking neighborhood, or else it gets too diluted. It's hard to do in an hour and a half. Unless you're a genius, and most people aren't geniuses. It's statistically impossible to be a genius, so stop trying. Don't try. Okay? That's my ultimate lesson. Don't try. If you think, oh, this is a good idea, and then you work it out, you try it, and the more you try, it's harder to piece together, then just scrap the idea. It's alright. You don't have to stick with that idea. I don't know. That's just me, though. This is a whatever movie. I don't care about the series because of the movie. Thanks. You did a good job. I gotta give this movie, it's a 5 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. Platform really likes that. Fast Track a Movie Review. Patreon.com/ASEPresents for $20 dinos. Right here. Help support the daily grindiness of all them daily movies. Go to this link to find the way you can help support the daily grind of all them daily movies. So go here. And until next time, I'm Mint Salad Saw. I'll see you later to my sour croutons and bacon bits. Adios!